this morning? We'll be going to Isaiah chapter 17. So in our series through Isaiah, this is now message number 24, entitled The Burden of Damascus. And we're going to be looking at chapter 17. I'll read verses 1 to 3 to get started. The burden of Damascus. Behold, Damascus is taken away from being a city, and it shall be a ruinous heap. The cities of Aurora are forsaken. They shall be for flocks, which shall lie down, and none shall make them afraid. The fortress also shall cease from Ephraim, and the kingdom from Damascus, and the remnant of Syria. They shall be as the glory of the children of Israel, saith the Lord of hosts. So chapters 15 to 16 gave the burden of Moab that we looked at last time. And we're in the midst of this section of Isaiah that began in chapter 13. That is a collection of various oracles of judgment against different nations. Now, Moab as a nation was not a major power player on the scene at the time of this prophecy, but had a part to play, no matter how small that may have been, which reinforces for us again as we study through this section. And sometimes parts of Scripture like this and several chapters here in Isaiah in this way, they can be a little difficult sometimes to get through. There's unfamiliar names and places and people that are referred to, and we don't really maybe know the historical context of what's happening, and so be confusing. So it can be a little difficult, but we do see that in what is being emphasized again and again in this passage is God's purpose for all the nations, that God's ultimately in control, and these nations come and go, and they rise and they fall, and no matter how great or how small they are. Again, you take Moab, for instance. Moab was not a major threat. It wasn't a major player in what was happening. Assyria was the major power. Babylon was on the rise. Syria and Israel had joined together to try to oppose Assyria, and all these things that were going on. Moab wasn't a major player, but still, and so